Hello there, you sexy beast. I hope you are having a fantastic day so far. We have May's event to get on with. We did manage to unlock Devil earlier, but just before we do jump back into this May's event and exactly what I'm going for, first of all, I did want to share that I've actually created some new element breeding outcomes charts, and by this I mean I have created a new one for all legendary element breeds in the game. And we did have the time element one from before, but I've updated this slightly. So now we have an all legendary element breeding outcomes chart with Empower exclusive level 1 and level 2 listed, and the same for all time dragon breedings. And the reason I wanted to make this, and by the way, if you want to find where this is and be able to download it and see it for yourself, if you go into my Discord server, into the Dragon City chat, and then go into the pins, which is this little pin symbol here, then the second and third latest pin right now would be that time dragon breeding outcomes chart and the legendary element breeding outcomes chart. But I wanted this because there are quite a few of those single element legendaries that you can breed in this game, and there's also some other dragons that people ask for quite a lot that you can breed using either a single element legendary, or if you don't have a single element legendary to use, you could always just use a dragon that has the legendary element. But these are all of the possible outcomes that you can get using a specific element. So one in particular would be legend plus legend. So either you could use two single legendary element dragons, or you could just use two dragons that have a legendary element. And in this, you have Colosseum and the Taj Mahal dragons as just the regular breedables, but the Empower exclusive would be Legacy, and Empower exclusive level 2 is Vigilante. But a lot of people ask, how do you actually breed Legacy? And there's a couple of different methods, but a really good method, which is in both of these charts, is actually by breeding a single element legendary with an actual legendary dragon in time. That's what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought for a second as I was trying to make my way through this. But you'll see here that we've got legendary plus time element. And when you breed these two elements together, you can breed Legacy as a non-Empower exclusive dragon. So if you were just after how you can breed Legacy, which I might make a separate guide on this altogether, but legitimately all that you have to do is just go into your breeding den and say throw a single element legendary in with a time dragon, and then you will have a chance of breeding Legacy. And obviously if you've got another single element legendary, you can do that as well. So that is a really easy way to get your hands on Legacy, but of course there are Empower exclusives for that as well. But other dragons that people ask about quite a lot include Brainy, and you can breed him by using Pure Plus legendary dragons. Another one that people ask about a lot are dragons like Crystal or Mirror, and Crystal you can get Empower exclusive level 1 for breeding together a legendary plus Terra dragon. Mirror you can get with a legendary plus Sea dragon Empower exclusive. So that's the whole point of having this little chart here, just so that then we can go, oh, this dragon, how do we breed that one? Or is this one breedable? And this chart lists a bunch of different dragons. If you didn't know, you can get Onslaught from Empower exclusive level 2, and some of these are shared with the time dragon breeding, but the time dragon breeding has quite a lot of limited time exclusive dragons, so I do think going for all of these breeds will keep you occupied for a very long time between these two graphs. Even just the legendaries themselves will take forever, because even if you use these charts, it's not like you're guaranteed to breed them. But a few people do ask about dragons like Loyalty and Reason, mainly because I think they're part of that collection. Reason you can breed with Legendary plus Pure, and Loyalty, same, Legendary plus Pure, and it's an Empower exclusive level 2 as well. So again, there's tons of stuff that you can get from this chart, and some might even be part of quests in the future. So definitely take a look if you have any interest in time breeding or legendary breeding. Definitely, again, it's in my Discord server if you want it. But I just wanted to make sure that I shared that like I did with the previous breeding guide chart. But as always with all of these breeds and things, you've got to be certain that with the empowered breeding you can actually unlock the empowered section, so you'd need lots of breeding perks for that. But anyway, moving on to the rest of the stuff from today, we do have the brand new league chests today. And the reason that we've got these win league battles quests is because they've replaced the level up a lion's chest at the moment because it was bugged, which last time we had it, it was super bugged and loads of people were complaining. It seems that people haven't really logged in for this one yet so far here. But in this win league battles task, we can get food and up to 100 keys, which this is an absolutely nuts chest, but will it be easy to get 140,000 points? I think it's going to be a toughie, especially if you have an alliance that is predominantly full of lower level players and not higher level players that can't do the leagues. This one will be a toughie, just like the arena task. But, you know, the rewards, even level 5 rewards, 3 million food for me and 60 keys, sounds pretty good to me. So I'm a big fan of these new chests, but obviously we did lose level up chest for this, which is a little bit of an L. But that is a new thing that has come out today. And like I mentioned before, we've got Outback Maze currently ongoing, and we did manage to get Mr. Devil from Devil Run. We got a rucksack, and we are going to get some more stamps in 49 minutes time, and then we will have 3 more runs that we can do, which should allow us, with the remaining 2 resets, to get this other rucksack from this event, which is fantastic. That's what we need. And right now I am still going for danger in the Outback collection because we've got 2 items from the quest to get. We've got 1 rucksack from obviously in there, and then we've got potential for more rucksacks from the maze. And now I know that a lot of people are going to hate this choice because, you know, a lot of people didn't get the choice to go for Platypus, and even though I've got the choice to go for Platypus, I'm not going for him. The reason being that I only got up to the insignias section on the Platypus path, and then as soon as I collected the insignias and the rucksack, I immediately swapped over to the Dragoni path. And that's not because I want to finish the Dragoni path. The reason is because there are more rucksacks on this path. You'll see there's a rucksack in just a couple of moves, and then there's also another rucksack here. There's actually another rucksack on this path as well. However, will I be going for that one, or will I just go for the first rucksack on the Alo path? Because there is another rucksack over here. And I know a lot of people have been trying to work out how they can get the most rucksacks for the cheapest cost, essentially. And the way that we can do that and work out what's going to be best for us is by going to the Ditlep website. Because with Platypus, after the Ascended Insignias, there are no more rucksacks. There's only a dragon warning sign, so if you need that, obviously there's the potential for that. However, if you've already got all of your dragon warning signs, then the Dragoni path is a really good choice, because you can see the first rucksack is at 1,085 currency, and then the second rucksack is really early on as well at 3,800 currency. However, on the Alo path, there are also rucksacks. However, the first one's at 1,200. The second one is at 5,600. So that means that if we are going to go for at least 2 rucksacks on one of the paths, the cheaper option is going to be to go through the Dragoni maze and at least get to this one, and then we swap our focus over to the first rucksack on the Alo path, because the third one, just think we're at 3,800 for the second, and the next one's at 6,900, so that's like another 3,000 currency that we'd have to spend on the Dragoni path, whereas if we swap over to the Alo path, it's only 1,200. So that is how you can get the most rucksacks out of all of this, of course, but you know, it depends on what you're going for in the event. I'm going to be super close to finishing this event, but not quite. So I'm probably going to have to rely on the special finishing gem spending that we can do at the end to look for an item, which is, if it's random, that's going to suck because there's the chance of getting either the hat or the repellent. So it could go very wrong, just like the last time that we did this. But we're living life on the edge. We are putting all of our bets on the random chests that we get at the end of this event to finish off our collection, which I've done it before and it paid off. But will it pay off this time? Well, that is a very good question. Probably not. But, you know, at the same time, the only reason I'm behind on items is because I didn't log in every 8 hours exactly for the previous quest, and that is my bad. Because realistically, if you do want to finish off all of these special collection events with tons of jerk orbs, you have to be finishing off at least up to the 8th battle in every single quest, and I think I missed one of them because either I forgot to gem or I just didn't wake up in time, and that could potentially cost me. Another thing that cost me in this event collection was the fact that I did get a ×2 on one of the rucksacks, but because my PC account at the moment can't watch ads because the ads are broken, it means that I missed out on an event item, which, yeah, I'm salty about it still to this day. But I'm going to keep collecting currency because we've, of course, got the resets left. We're going to get this one here, and then that may be the end of what we can get in this event. But just in case, we can move over to the ALO path as well and potentially get another cheaper rucksack. But that is the plan for me right now. At this moment, we have been getting more currency in ads, so hopefully we get one more tomorrow as well. That would be lovely. I would highly appreciate that. But in terms of Devil Run, definitely want to be getting this rucksack as well if we want to have any chance whatsoever of finishing off this collection. I'm glad that the Dragon Warning Signs were easy, but the other items, they're a bit of a doozy. So the next reset that we've got for the quests are going to be in 4 hours, 15 minutes. And if I need to gem like the last hour before I sleep, I'll do that just to make sure that we can get the final 2 rucksacks out of this. And then, of course, we'll get a little bit more maze currency as well on top. But ultimately, that is all of the new stuff that is going on at the moment. And of course, that news of the platypus being some sort of weird beta, I'm still not a fan of that. But I keep forgetting that we need to actually start empowering, what is it, dual perception at some point. So I keep forgetting to do that. But, you know, for example, with these League Battles quests, I guess we'll go and do some quickly. You can see I've got 2,020 points based on the amount of battles that I've just won. But if we go ahead and do some League Battles quickly, just as an example, I will gem it just because, you know, we're here. But League Battles, you can also try and rank up some of your dragons in this time as well. I know that it's not going to be the easiest for everyone, depending on what dragon it is that you're trying to rank up. And personally, I'm trying to rank up a level 30 dragon, which is not easy because especially if you're going against level 40s, they are going to beat you up. So yeah, it can be quite scary, but anytime you see Phoenix perks, that's really good actually, because Phoenix perks means that the dragon is going to be left on low HP, and then normally that's low enough. Oh, is this low enough? Oh yeah, it should be with Light Star, but then it should be low enough for your dragon to be able to get the last hit. So I'm actually a big fan of enemies using Phoenix perk for that reason. I know most people would just say they like using Phoenix perk because they get to use it and they find it OP, but I personally just like it because it makes last hitting a breeze. Like, I don't have to pre-plan my attacks to try and work around my dragon in that case. So yeah, it's pretty positive from my stance. Definitely put more Phoenix perks on your dragons, people. It makes my life so much easier. Please do it for my sake, I beg. But yeah, I mean, we've got quite a lot of different things going on in the game at the moment, and oh, we're gonna be able to do this. Actually, maybe if we affix you, we can still finish it off with, yeah, there we go, 6666 HP. Oh my days, it's the devil reincarnated. But yeah, we do have heroic race coming up, which of course is going to be a big thing on a lot of people's minds, as in they want to know if they can actually get the new dragon, because High Nest is a decent heroic. I wouldn't say it's going to be the best ever, because I would say that that's probably going to be for like a regular heroic, something like High Drowsy, just because it counts as like Sinful, Blood Gods, Master Karmas, those sort of dragons. But doesn't mean that the upcoming heroic isn't good. It's just there are so many really good other dragons in this game that you really got to think about the meta when you're making your picks, to be honest. Are we going to be able to kill any of these? I don't know. Maybe if we use Hamashi next time? Let's see. How much damage do we do with Ghostly Blades? It's too much, but we should have Asphyxia back up now. No, but we got Black Hole. That's what I was looking for. There we go. We can at least get 1 KO with our high 5. There we go. 1 KO is fine. You see, Bink's nearly max rank now, and the reason I want to do that is because then we can recall him when he gets to max rank, which is a lot of effort for a dragon you'll never see again, but you know, I want those bonus orbs after all. So now that we've done those league battles as is part of the Alliance chest, we went from 2020 up to 3,232 points. Is that fully updated now? Yeah, looks like it. So you'll see that you're not getting a tremendous amount of pointage for just gemming one set of your league battles. And also, eventually, you'll get to a point in the leagues where you've cleared out every league, and it's actually a lot worse for players that have maxed out the leagues, because then it's super expensive. But if you're like mid-game or towards late game, but you haven't finished off all of the leagues yet, you're probably going to have an easier time than the higher level players at late game stage for that reason. But of course, like here we could refill, get 2 battles, and then we'll get a full refill, get some gems back, and then we can do 3 more battles. So I think this is going to be a very gem heavy Alliance chest, to be honest, unless everyone is just like logging in to do league battles all the time. But again, unless everyone in your Alliance can easily do league battles, it's probably going to be one of the harder chests from what I can see. Which makes sense because the rewards are pretty darn good. But anyway, that was my update for things going on at the moment. I also want to decide whether I'm actually going to take Perception up to level 50 soon, but I also don't want to spend 18 million on doing it because we are about to get the Heroic race and then Heroic quest, so we need the food to be able to at least level up the Heroic and the other dragons for the Heroic quests, assuming we do them, which we probably should. So that is going to be my pre-plan for what's coming up, but we're getting more and more and more level 50s by the day. We're going to just have an entire profile of level 50 plus dragons at this rate. My goodness. We're doing fast work on that. But anyway, I guess we will prepare for the end of Devil Run and then prepare for that Heroic race. And of course, when the Heroic race is coming up, make sure that you've got your breeding, at least 1 or 2 of your breeding sanctuaries or breeding dens ready, and you've at least got some slots in your hatchery ready, because if not, you're gonna have a bad time. And since most of us don't have permanent speed up happy hour, it's gonna be another Terra X Terra event. Oh, can't wait. Cannot wait, Social Point. Ugh.